Good afternoon for Operation RCT. This is turn 3 for Imperial Japan. So we've had quite a bit of activity here in China with the CCP growing and growing and growing. So I think we've sort of made the decision, and maybe it's a silly one, but we've decided we want to try and stop them in their tracks. So as a result of that, we're going to be declaring war on the CCP and on the KMT at the same time. So that's going to change a few things. So first of all, that's going to change the income for the various allies involved in the war. So the US are going to go up 5, so that's going to take them to 11. The FEC are going to go up 2, so that's going to take them to, I think I've got them at 5, so 7. England's going to go up to 16. 2 for the Anzacs, so they've got 5, and 1 for the French, which will bring them up to 10, but I'll adjust all that later. We had 19 IPP in the bank. We're going to upgrade 2 militia each for 2, so that's 4. 2 Marines, so that's 8, 12. 15 and 18 for 2 more infantry, and you're going to save a buck. So we'll start with our tech before we get into our combats that we're going to do. Get that there. All right, so we're rolling for 2 techs. The first one is going to be improved construction on a 7. And that's a 5, that's no good. And we're going to go for large ships on an 8. Come on. 6. That's not a good start. All right. Okay, all right, let's go on with our combats. And there's quite a few. I've had to make some notes, so hopefully I don't mess this up along the way. Okay. All right, so we're going to this is not in the order that they'll be fought, but I'm just going from top to bottom. So there is invading forces coming out of Rihe into Suyeon. That'll consist of, and I'll just move them just for ease. So that'll be 3 infantry. I'm just going to put them into the territory. 3 infantry, and artillery, a mountain troop, and what else did I write? A cav. And also going into there is going to be tactical. Yeah. All right, the next battle is going to be whatever's remaining on that card. I don't know if you can see it from all the way back there, so it's going to be 4 infantry. Actually, the motorized was supposed to go into Suyeon as well. It's going to be 4 infantry and a fighter and tactical. So they're only moving 1, so they'll be returning back to Korea. So that's where they're going. All right. So the next battle we're gonna talk about is going to be in Hopei. So for Hopei, what did I write here? So we're going to pick up 1 infantry and 1 marine, which is going to be coming out of cav. So we're going to be coming out of P zone P32. We're going to pick up that infantry. We're going to go by P15 and then into P14, where we're going to dump off that infantry, a cav, which is going to be picked up from Kyushu, and the marine will travel on a destroyer, which is coming out of C zone P32. So that'll be those 3 into there. And supporting that will be 2 heavy cruisers. This is going to be a mess. 2 heavy cruisers into that battle. And that should do. All right, the next battle is Shangtung. So we're going to do the same sort of dance again, where we're coming with a transport and a destroyer out of P32. And we're going to go into P15 with that transport as well. It's also in P32. It's going to pick up an infantry. With the destroyer, it's going to pick up the marine. We're going to pick up another cav. Okay, and we're going to dump that stuff into Shantung. So that'll be a cav, an infantry, a destroyer, And a Marine. Oh, I forgot to mention my planes as well. I'll do that at the end, where the planes are going. All right, nearly there. Okay, the next one is going to be a transport coming out of P15, picking up a cav with an infantry and dropping them off into Hunan. Which is just going to be a walk-on. All right, and then the next cav, actually I may have messed this up, is coming out of Kyushu and dropping off a cav into Nanking, and I need to get a piece for that. Okay, there was something else. What did I do? Let me check my notes. I think I may have picked up too much stuff here. Oh yeah. That correction. Coming out of that P15 was just going to be the 1 infantry, 1 Marine up against that lone infantry in Shantung. And this other transport out of P15 was coming 1, 2, 3 in Hainan. That's right. That makes sense now. And capturing that. All right. Hopefully I haven't messed anything up there. All right. So participating in these battles from the P14 will be a fighter. We're just participating in there. From C-Zone P32, we're going to bring a fighter and a tactical into, so it's going to come 1, 2, 1, 2, and then attack into there, and then they'll land back on the non-combat phase in. So it's going to be 1, 2. Yep, and they'll just, they can come back. Yep, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. They can just come back into the fleet carrier there. Okay, so what a mess. All right, so I also had the 2 battleships in support, so they were going to be firing in this battle here into Shantung. So I think that's all the combats. So we'll just get started from the top, and we'll clean this up as we go, and then we'll go from there. All right, so actually we won't do it from the top because I need to do it in order. All right, so we'll just deal with this walk-on first, which is Hunan. So that's, and I probably should have got a bunch of rondels out first. That was pretty average planning on my behalf. Okay, so we go up for Hunan. So let's just deal with that. And I'll get these arrows out of the way. All right. The next one is, we'll just deal with this walk-on in Hainan. So that's another 1. And that's a cav on there. What other walk-ons are there? Okay, Nanking has a cav there. And I will replace that piece later. Okay. All right. Let's now deal with the battle in... let's go with the battle here in Shantung. So we've got 1 infantry there. We've got a Marine and an infantry supported by 2 battleships. So they're going to fire there. Bombards at 4. So let's see if we can get a first strike. Yeah, so we get a first strike there. We get a 1. So that battle's over. All right. So we take Shantung with 1 infantry and 1 marine. The next battle is going to be into Hopei. So we've got, what do I got there? Okay, we've got a marine and a cav, marine, cav, and infantry, supported by 2 heavy cruisers. They bombard, I believe, on a 3, 2 even. Okay. So 2 first strikes. This is in Hopei, and a 2. Yeah, so we get a first strike there. So that makes life a bit simpler. So Hopei falls to 1 cav, 1 infantry, and 1 marine. And I'll start landing on these planes just because it's simply cluttering everything up. So the fighters that were supposed to participate in Shantung, I'm just going to land them back on the various carriers in, they all have the range in P32 and P31, P14 respectively. So they're at, just so I don't end up getting things confused there. All right, so as messy as this is, it's starting to. So these guys are all finished. I'm just going to put them all back onto the card here. Hopefully this made sense when I was explaining it. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go on with the next battle, which is going to be in, so we're not going to attack Beiping just yet. We're going to attack Shenxi first and see if we can win that battle, and then hopefully that'll surround Beiping. I mean, it's not making a massive difference, but hey, it could be something. If it saves us a casualty, then why not? So defending in there, he's got two militia. Sorry. So we're in here right now. Okay. Just get the camera sorted. All right, so we've got a first strike. We're in mountains. So we've got a first strike on a 2. That's no good. All right, so we've got a mountain infantry which will support up to a 3. That's a 6, that's no good. And then we've got 3 infantry on 1s. Nothing. We've got a motorized on a 1. Probably should have rolled out before. He gets a hit. Not too bad. And then we've got a cav on a 2. He gets a hit there. Okay, that's everything. I'll roll for the tactical just in case. He gets hit as well. So yeah, plenty there. All right, so he's got the 2 militia in defense on a 2. And they both miss. So Suyon falls. And that gives us another, I think it's another IPP. So we take that with 3 infantry, a mountain, and a artillery. Oh boy. And motorized and a cav. So I'm going to fly that TAC back to Korea. And now we've just got the final battle to take care of. Should be pretty straightforward. All right, so now we've surrounded Beiping. So going into Beiping, there is 4 infantry, a fighter, and a tactical. That's it. And we've got 3 rounds to get it done against 1 infantry, which is now surrounded. So we're going to go 4 infantry on a 2. Let's go there. All right, so we get 2 hits. Okay, so that's done. And in defense, he'll be defending on a 3 in the city. and he gets a hit. So we'll take an infantry. So that leaves us with 3 infantry in Bei Peng now. Okay, I'll just remove that. The fighter and the tactical will fly back to Korea. And we take Bei Peng with 3 infantry. All right, I think that's all. The combat's done. Hopefully that wasn't too painful. Just checking. All right, non-combat. So we've flown those planes back, so that was the first thing that we needed to do. Let's get a better shot over here so we can see. All right, so we'll start with coming out of P33 is a coastal sub going into going into P43. There's a TBD in P43 that's going to come over 2, 1 into P32, 2 into P41. There is a coastal sub in P34, which is going to come down 1 into P43 and join that other coastal sub there. We're going to leave the rest of our fleet as is because it's pretty much been busy. And I think that's pretty much it. So we'll go to place units. So we've got 2 Marines, which will be going into Kyushu. We're going to upgrade 2 infantry, or 2 militia, I should say. So 1 will be in Rihe, that'll come off, and the other one is going to be in Eastern Manchuria. So that'll be an infantry as well now. Okay, we've got 2 infantry to place, so they're going to go into Kyushu as well. So there'll be 2 infantry, 2 Marines into there. And I think that should be just about it. All right, we'll do a quick recap. Oh, actually, I might just see if I need to move any of my... Oh, yeah, I do need to move my fleet subs. So coming out of P52 into P62 will be 1 fleet sub. Going from P42... actually, no, I'm going to leave that one there. I'll leave that one there. Pretty happy with that. All right, let's do a quick unit recap, and then I'll have to actually, before I do that, I'm going to have to roll for the various warlords that are going to go one way or another. But before we do that, let's roll for Siam on a 1. Come on, Siam. No. All right, so let's talk about what happens next. So Kwangtung is going to go KMT because it borders nothing else, and it doesn't border the CCP. So there you go, Bruce. You get something. So there goes Kwangtung. Yunnan also does not border the CCP. So Yunnan is going to go over to them. All right, so that's that. Then we've got Sitkang, which we're going to have to roll for, and Tibet and Xinjiang. So we're going to need to roll for those 3. So on a 1 to 6, it's going to go to the KMT, and on a 7+, it's going to go to the CCP. So let's see. So we're going to roll first for Sitkang. So that's the one next to Yunnan. Let's see how we go. So that's a 2, and that's going to go to the KMT. All right. Next, we'll roll for Tibet. So same deal again. This time it's an 11, and it's going to go to the CCP. And of course, I left the CCP, the box for the CCP on the other side of the... Or did I? Oh, no, I didn't. So Tibet goes to Silk. All right, and lucky last, Sitkang. We're going to roll for that one. And it's a 1. So that's going to go to KMT. Interesting. So Mixed bag there. Actually, it looks like Bruce did pretty good out of that. All right, we'll now go to collect income. So we were on 16 IPP. So our base income is another 2 for Hunan, another 2 for Nanking. So that's 4, 6 for Shantung, 7 for Hopei, 9 for Beiping, and 10 for Suyong. So it's going to take us to a base of 26. However, there are some changes we made in relation to US oil. So that's gone. That's going to go. So of that, we're going to get 1 for Beiping, 1 for Hopei, 1 for Shantung, 1 for Nanking, and I think that's it. Yep. No, and Hunan. So that's going to give us an extra 5 IPP. So that's going to give us 31 in the bank for next turn. We've saved 1, so 32. And that should be it. Sorry about the long turn anyway. There's a few attacks to get through, and hopefully I haven't messed them up too badly. So 32 IPP on the next turn for Japan. And I'll turn it over to Global Law Enthusiast.